this door over here. Now y'all, if the boat does sink, don't worry. The San Antonio River is 3 feet deep. We will simply stand up and walk out. Now please, remain seated at all times while the boat is underway. Now, keep your body parts inside of the wooden rails of the boat, please. And as we go underneath these low bridges, do not reach up and grab the bottom of the bridges, please. It's very unsafe. Now, folks, right side of the boat, left side of the boat, we have what we call Arneson River Theater. Arneson River Theater was built in 1941. It is named after Edward Arneson, one of the designers. On the right side of the boat, y'all, if you saw the movie Miss Congeniality with Sandra Bullock, this is where they did the swimsuit part of the movie, right here on the right side of the boat. Now, how they made the stage look so big, they actually added on the front of the stage, and they put the cameras way, way, way back there to make it look really big. You do not have to duck going underneath the bridge. You got plenty of room, trust me. Now y'all, coming up on the right side of the boat over here, you see statues of longhorn cattle. Now y'all, those statues, they represent the cattle drives that took place across the river back in the 1800s. Behind that is the Briscoe Western Art Museum. Now the Briscoe opened 2013, but the building itself was built back in the 1960s. When the building was first built, y'all, it was a public library. When it was a library, that was the tallest building in San Antonio. You know why it was the tallest building? All the stories. All right, no more jokes like that. Right? I will jump off the boats. Now y'all, the bridge we're going underneath, this is one of 5 cast iron bridges along the river. Y'all, this bridge was put here in 1895. And it comes all the way from Berlin, y'all. That would be Berlin, Connecticut. Now, right side of the boat over here, y'all, you see a little island. This little island on the right side is called Marriage Island. Now, y'all, Marriage Island is formed by the roots of the cypress tree here to the right of the boat. We have roughly 300 weddings a year on that little island alone. That's the most romantic piece of real estate along the Riverwalk. Now, folks, this part of the river we're going over, this is called Old Mill Crossing. This is where they had the cattle drives across the river, y'all, back in the 1800s. Now, if y'all look up here to the left of the boat, you're going to see the Tower Life building. Now, y'all, the Tower Life building was built in 1929 at a cost of $3.5 million. Now, during the First and Second World War, the Army used that building as their headquarters, y'all. If you look at the very, very top, you see the flagpole and the flag. Now, y'all, that flagpole is 100 feet in length, and the flag is as long as this boat is, 35 feet long. Now, don't worry if you don't get a picture of this building, y'all. You will get one more chance here in a little while. Now, folks, if you look above the arch windows here on the first floor, you're going to see faces along the wall of that building. Now, those faces are called grotesque. They were put there to ward off evil spirits and to keep bad luck from the building. Now, y'all, this building, like I said, was built in 1929. Those are the original 8 emojis. You have a smiley face, you have a happy face, you even have the Home Alone face, right there. Now, y'all, the bridge we're going underneath, this bridge, it has no historical value whatsoever. I just tell people about it, well, because pigeons like to hang out underneath the bridge. So, y'all, don't look up, because I promise you there are pigeons underneath this bridge right now. They may not be directly over us, but they are up here. Hey, y'all, right out in front of the boat, the red brick building you see, that is called the Bexar County Courthouse. Now, y'all, the courthouse was built in 1897. That is the third oldest courthouse in Texas, right there, folks. Now, right side of the boat, underneath the International Building, this is one of our two marinas we have down here on the river. Now, folks, I'm going to honk the horn on the boat twice, so please don't be alarmed because this is going to be pretty loud. 3, 2, 1. Now, the reason to do that, out here in the main channel to the left, down about 200 yards, folks, is our second marina. Now, y'all, the San Antonio River goes south about 200 miles. It'll wind up at the Gulf of Mexico. It'll go to San Antonio Bay, Corpus Christi, Texas. Now, folks, our other marina is down there on the right side of the boat, about 200 yards down. Now, folks, on the De La Rosa Street Bridge here, you see a fence with a bunch of locks on it. This is the temporary home of the Bexar County Love Lock Fence. They say if you and your significant other place a lock on the fence, you throw the key into the water over your left shoulder, they say you do that, you will be together forever. Me personally, I have 2 locks on that fence. Up here to the left, y'all, is normally where they keep all the locks, but they temporarily removed the chain link fence and put it back here. But they have to work on this fence and the sidewalk, so it's going to be a couple of months before they put the locks back. Now, folks, coming up on the left side of the boat, you're going to look up through the trees here in a second. You're going to see San Fernando Cathedral. Now, y'all, San Fernando Cathedral is going to be up here to the left through the trees. San Fernando sits right in the middle of Main Plaza. Now, Main Plaza was home to Santa Anna during the Battle of the Alamo. So, folks, as long as the cathedral is open, you are more than welcome to go into it. That is the oldest Catholic church in San Antonio, 1795. Now, if you go north about 6 miles, folks, you're going to go to San Antonio Zoo and Bracken Ridge Park. Now, folks, we're going to make a right turn here. We're going to go back into the horseshoe part of the river. Now, folks, on the right side of the boat, you see this old building. Believe it or not, back in the 1940s, this was a furniture building. They tore most of it down, but they kept a little bit of it because they are incorporating this old building into a new apartment building they are building right here. The new apartment building is going to be 17 floors tall. That new apartment building is going to be right here where this vacant lot is, folks. Now, coming up on the right side of the boat over here, you see the Esquire Tavern. Esquire Tavern opened in 1933. It opened about 10 seconds after Prohibition ended. They said before that, y'all, it was a very well-stocked barber shop. 12:01 midnight, they were throwing barber chairs into the river and serving drinks. Now, folks, coming up on the right side of the boat, we see that yellow boat sitting. This is our second ticket location along the river. This is called the Aztec Theater. Aztec Theater opened in 1926. Aztec, folks, opened as a silent movie theater. Today, folks, it is used as a concert venue. Now, such bands as ZZ Top, Marilyn Manson, George Thorogood have all played here over the years. Now, folks, right out in front of the boat, that footbridge you see, that footbridge is called the Salina Bridge. Now, folks, Selena Quintanilla and Chris Pettis, they sat on this bridge back in 1995. They had a concert here in San Antonio. After the concert, they came down, ate dinner along the Riverwalk, and they strolled up onto this bridge. Chris picked Selena up, set her on the railing, and Selena goes, "We finally made it." Shortly after that, she was killed in Corpus Christi, Texas. In 1997, they made a movie starring Jennifer Lopez as Selena. They used the same bridge. Now, left side of the boat, back in 1854, sat the St. Mary's Boys School. Later on, they built this building. They turned it into the St. Mary's Law School. In 1977, Omni bought the building. They turned that into a hotel. The name of the hotel is called La Mansión del Rio. Now, folks, when we exit the bottom of this bridge, you're going to look straight up to the left of the boat. When you do, you're going to see an optical illusion of a freestanding wall. So everybody, 3, 2, 1. Look straight up to the left of the boat. And y'all, that is the Nix Hospital. Nix Hospital opened in 1933. Now, folks, that was the very first hospital in Texas to have air conditioning. Unfortunately, it is no longer a hospital. A company has bought the building and they're turning that into a hotel. Hey, now speaking of hotels, right out in front of the boat, you see the Hyatt Regency. The Hyatt Regency is only 16 stories tall. If it were any taller than that, it would cast a shadow on the Alamo at sunset. Y'all, since the Alamo is a national shrine, you're not allowed to cast a shadow. Now, y'all, the Alamo literally sits right on the other side of that hotel. Now, folks, coming up on the right side of the boat over here, you're going to see a brown building with a blue roof on it. Now, y'all, the building is called the Casino Club Building. It was built back in 1933. It was built as a social gathering place of Bexar County Society members. Today, they use it as a steakhouse and apartments. You can live above the San Antonio Riverwalk for $860 a month. That's it. There's a catch though. There's a 6-year waiting list to get in, and the apartment's 582 square feet. So you literally have to go outside to change your mind. But y'all, we call this Restaurant Row. We have Italian food. We have Mexican-American food. We have barbecue. All in this stretch of river, folks. You name it, we probably have it here someplace. And folks, we like ice cream. We even have a couple of ice cream places right here along the river. Now, folks, coming up on the right side of the boat over here, you're going to see Casa Rio. Now, folks, Casa Rio opened in 1946. Casa Rio was the very first restaurant to offer riverside dining. Now, back then, folks, they used to have paddle boat rides right here at Casa Rio. Now, folks, we're going to make a little stop here. We're going to make a stop before we turn left into the man-made part of the Riverwalk. Now, y'all, this is the only man-made part of the Riverwalk right here. Now, y'all, this part of the river did not exist until 1968. They added this part because of our 68 World's Fair. This part of the river, y'all, is concrete sides and concrete bottom. This 1 mile stretch cost the city of San Antonio $3 million to build in 1968. Now, between 1968 and 1969, we had a little over 7.5 million visitors to our World's Fair. Now, annually, we get between 8 and 9 million visitors to the Riverwalk every year. We actually get more visitors every year than the Alamo does, believe it or not. Now, folks, in 1968, when they decided they wanted to have a World's Fair here, they built the Tower of the Americas. Now, y'all, the tower, it is 750 feet tall. So the tower, y'all, is going to be up here to the right of the boat. Now, when we get through the trees, you will start to see the tower up to the right. So, start looking up here to the right, y'all. You're going to see the tower. If you go up to the very top of the tower, they have an outdoor observation deck. Underneath that is a rotating restaurant. Now, folks, the restaurant does rotate one complete revolution every hour. So you get a 360-degree view of San Antonio downtown. They've got 3 ways to get to the top of that tower. They've got 2 glass front elevators, and they've got 952 steps. Sir, you look like you could do those steps. No? I mean, you are wearing a Spurs hat and all. Now, sir, in 1985, a gentleman ran 952 steps in 5 minutes and 18 seconds. That record, y'all, still stands in the Guinness Book of World Records. Now, folks, we're going into what we call River Center Mall here. River Center Mall was built back in 1988. River Center Mall is the 2nd largest mall in San Antonio. It is over 1 million square feet of shopping fun, everybody. We do have an IMAX movie theater here in the mall where they play a movie called Alamo, The Price of Freedom. We also have a Legoland right here in the mall. Now, folks, here in the mall, for my Dallas Cowboys fans on my boat, we've got us a Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop. Now, for my non-Dallas Cowboys fans on my boat, we have ourselves a Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop right here in the mall.
I won't tell anybody I'm from Philly.
Watch your arms on the right side of the boat. Now, folks, coming up on the right side of the boat over here, you're going to see an orange tree, y'all. This orange tree was planted right here in 1988. The next tree we're going to go underneath, is called a Myers lemon tree.
Limon.
Alright, here we go. Let's go have some fun, folks. Now, my name is Deeply. Let me know and I'll be around for the next time. So, let's go to the stage. Now folks, we make this right turn on the right side of the boat. You're going to look to the right and you're going to see a bronze statue. Now y'all, the bronze statue is a statue of St. Anthony de Padua. Now folks, St. Anthony is the patron saint of lost items and the patron saint of young children. We do get the name San Antonio from St. Anthony, folks. Now right out in front of the boat, y'all, one more time, you see the Tower of Life building. Like I said, that building is over 400 feet tall. The flagpole is 100 feet in length and the flag is 35 feet long. Now y'all coming up on the right side of the boat up here, you're going to look up, you're going to see a church steeple. That church steeple is called St. Joseph's Catholic Church. Y'all, St. Joseph's was built by German immigrants back in 1868. Every third Sunday of the month, they still hold Mass entirely in German in that church. So if you're in San Antonio the third Sunday of the month and you're yearning to hear a sermon in German, that's where you need to go. Alright folks, Alamo Street Bridge right here means our time together is almost complete. So I do ask you to please check around. Make sure you take all of your belongings with you. If you forget an item, I do have a website y'all can go to. It is called www.ebay.com. Now folks, for a job well done, tips are allowed, accepted, and appreciated. Now folks, I do have the Venmo app if that does. Now folks, thank y'all for riding with me, Captain West. Enjoy the rest of your time in San Antonio. If you have any questions about anything I've covered, please let me know. I'll do my best to answer your questions. Y'all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.